Alright, so what I've done here is I've actually gone through and taken the Body Beast Calorie Calculator straight from the Body Beast handbook and plugged it into a Google spreadsheet so that I can provide a link and then anybody can access this and quickly calculate the calories needed for the build, bulk, or beast phase. So what I'll do is quickly run through it, but first I want to make sure that I'll provide the link, but what you'll need to do is you'll need to come up here and say File, and then you'll have to go to Make a Copy. And the reason for that is that the spreadsheet's actually protected, so that nobody accidentally changes the wrong field and makes it so that the spreadsheet's useless for everyone else. So it's protected, so you'll need to make a copy first. All right, moving on. I just want to make a note that you need to recalculate your weight and your body fat between each phase. So make sure you do that for the body fat. Obviously, the weight, just step on scale. Body fat, and make sure you use the same method each time that you do it. So don't change it up in the middle of the program. Then I'll just kind of go through a quick run through here on what all these terms mean in case you aren't familiar with them, and that way you have a little bit of a background on it. Obviously, put in your weight and your body fat. Next, you're going to get your lean body mass. And so what that is it's your weight without the body fat. So take out the body fat and you've got your lean body mass. That's basically the weight of everything else except the fat. So then what you have is your resting metabolic rate. Many of you may know that's basically what you need just to survive each day. It's what your body needs to do its normal functions, the calories that it would consume just to do that. Then what we do is we have a caloric modification for the recovery, and that's saying that because we're doing Body Beast, it's a pretty extreme program. The lifting is extreme. Your body's going to consume extra calories in the recovery phase, and so we need to account for that in here. And so that's where we get this number from. The resting metabolic rate modified for the recovery is straightforward. It's exactly that. You add these two numbers together, your resting metabolic rate plus the modification for the recovery. So that gets you to your resting metabolic rate modified for recovery. Alright, so then what we do from there is we go to the calorie intake to maintain your weight. And so this is just a function of the resting metabolic rate modified for recovery, and we add 600 to it. And that's to account for the workout because you burn more calories during the workouts. And again, it's a rough estimate here, guys. It's not a science. It's not a perfect science. It's a rough estimate, but it's close enough that it'll get you by. So if you didn't want to gain any weight, you'd be eating around this number here, the CIM, the calorie intake to maintain weight. But we're doing Body Beast, so most likely you're in the same boat and you want to gain weight. And so we need to add a surplus to that, and that's going to be varying based on your body fat percentage. So this has actually got a formula here, and I'll click on it here so you can see. It's got a formula that if you're above 20%, it's a certain value, and then between 10 and 20, a different value, and then if you're below 10, it's got your final value. So that's a function of the body fat, but for the beast, or for the build and the bulk phases, this is the box you want to look at. And sorry about that. This is the box that you want to look at. And again, recalculate your body fat and put in your weight between phases using the same method. But then for the beast phase, you'll want to use this one. And you'll notice that for the beast, we're actually below the calorie intake to maintain weight, which is exactly opposite what we want to do. But you'll also notice that during the build and bulk phases, this is going to fluctuate. Your body fat's most likely going to increase slightly just because of the surplus. And so what we do in the beast phase is we cut that down and we go below so that we're actually at a deficit and we're really toning our muscles. We're still doing the extreme workouts, but we're toning our muscles and so making them really pop. So hopefully this helps, guys, and remember I'm going to provide the link. Just remember to make a copy and then you're good to go on the adjustments, and hopefully that'll save you some time on the hand calculations.